It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies going up against the Denver Nuggets. For the Nuggets, they're looking to come out strong early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And one of the guys we'll be seeing tonight is Al Horford. He's not a flashy guy by any means. Has never gotten all that much national media love, but Shaq, wouldn't you say he is as solid a post player as you'll find?
You know, he doesn't do anything with flash and doesn't have the big contract, but he plays like it. I just want to say muchas gracias, papi. He's from Dominican Republic.
Oh, muy bien. Well, he does everything you want a post player to do. I mean, honestly, he passes the basketball. He can handle it off a rebound. He moves it, post moves. He's improved his outside shot. But the only thing I would say is improve being more aggressive. I'd like to see Al at times try to get 30.
And that does it for us.
Muy bien again.
Thanks for tuning in.
Muchas gracias.
And we'll see you later.
De nada.
And the Nuggets as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Sean Kemp is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Lillard in at the point. Paul goes in. The pass to Gallinari. Outside Millsap. 4 on the shot clock. Right at the free throw line. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they get the first bucket.
And they'll hope that sets the tone at the offensive end going forward. It doesn't always work out that way, but better to start fast than not.
And Lillard kicks to Shaq. Butler against Redick. Now here's Butler. Defense right on him. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's Paul. The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
Now here's Butler. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Lillard against Paul. Dishes to Gallinari. Back to Paul. Lets it go with the 3. Denver grabs the miss.
And, you know, for Denver, historically, they've enjoyed a lot of success for a long time. I mean, missing the playoffs consecutively might have been the wake-up call they needed to try something different going forward.
Now here's Redick. Following the miss by Sean Kemp. Paul with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Millsap a screen. Paul dishes to Millsap. Buries the long-range jumper. Millsap's got 5 points so far.
And listen, it's sometimes really hard for teams like the Nuggets to know when to rebuild. So while they weren't quite sure what they had coming into last season, by the end of it, they had a clear idea of what direction they needed to head into for the future.
On the clock. Shoots. Leonard, no luck. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Butler against Paul. A minute 20 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Redick. Shoots the 3. Kemp with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 3. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Feeds it to Leonard. Here's the screen. O'Neal. And it's sent back by Drummond. Paul with the ball. Drummond sets the screen for Paul. He kicks it to Redick. Millsap a screen from deep. And it's J.J. Redick with the 3. Redick's got his first 3 points of the game. Lillard against Paul. Leonard kicks to O'Neal. Butler against Gallinari. And there's the feed to O'Neal. And here's Leonard from 3. Another miss by Leonard. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Outside Conley. Here's Vucevic. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Grizzlies out in front, up by 6. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
The Nuggets trail by 6, and now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Dennis Rodman. Towns is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Moncrief, and it's Harden in at the 2-guard spot. Well, for James Harden, with his incredible regular season last year, Clark, you knew he was in for a great postseason as well.
And it was a bit of a roller coaster for him in the playoff run. I mean, he could vanish one game, but then explode for 40 in the next.
And he knocks down the first one.
And with Harden in the playoffs, it was an all or nothing situation at times. He definitely stole some games for Houston in their run to the conference finals. But man, did he have a rough one when they were eliminated by the Warriors.
Harden hits them both.
And you know, that tough game for Harden in the conference finals, 12 turnovers for him, set an NBA record for most turnovers in a playoff game. Not how he wanted to go out, but he showed he can carry a team for stretches during the playoff.
The dish to Batum. Conley left side. Pick by Vucevic. 5 to shoot. Unloads. No good off the front iron.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Harden kicks to Towns. It's stolen by Vucevic. Conley with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Kick by Vucevic. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Some changes for Memphis. Gallinari comes in for Paul Millsap. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Butler, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Cheeks checks in for James Harden. The Nuggets trail by 4.
Play him tight. Come on.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Rodman passes to Butler. To the wing right side. Fades. Vucevic with the block. Now here's Conley. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. A floater. Pass to Redick. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Some changes for Memphis. Drummond's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Paul's subbed in for Mike Conley. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Moncrief. Towns, the pass to Cheeks. They set the screen. Here's Moncrief. And he's good on the 3-ball. Moncrief's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Memphis leading. And here is Paul. Gallinari, a screen on Cheeks. Paul kicks to Gallinari. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
One bit of news for the Grizzlies last year is that they acquired a single affiliation deal with a Clark, a D-League team, which you think is going to help them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that team is the Iowa Energy. They're a sole partner now with the Iowa Energy. Good move by the team in what is becoming a growing trend in the NBA.
A different look for Denver. O'Neal's checked in for Towns. Kemp comes in for Rodman. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Moncrief. Grizzlies on defense. 3-point lead. Cheeks the pass to Lillard. Screen by O'Neal. And Lillard kicks to Shaq. He dishes it to Butler. 5 on the clock. Here's O'Neal. No good. And Memphis the other way now.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Pick by Vucevic. Paul dishes to Drummond. They set the pick. Back to Paul. Pick by Vucevic. Off the pick. And it's sent back by O'Neal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
And here are the Grizzlies now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. And it's Paul penetrating. Good.
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
The Nuggets trail by 3.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
Ball against Lillard to the wing on the left. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Paul Millsap is checked in for the Grizzlies. Batum comes in for Gallinari. And Denver with a change here, too. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Cheeks. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Al Paul. Passes to Millsap. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Grizzlies lead by 5. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with Chris Paul. And Chris, you've been out rebounding them and out shooting them, but it's still a tight game. Why haven't you been able to get more separation?
I think right now we're playing at their tempo. You know, we need to pick up the pace.
defend, rebound, run, and pick up the pace a little bit.
Chris, thank you. Kevin, for this team, the faster the better.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It's Memphis out in front at the half. They have a 5-point lead. And we'll go to Kenny first. What'd you see out there?
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency on the offensive end. They shared the basketball. Good shot selection. They showed a lot of patience, and that patience will be tested the rest of the way.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Reminds me of me at the free throw line. They had a rough half of shooting, under 35%. Some of that was great defense, but a lot of it was poor shot selection. They've got to revise the game plan, get guys open for higher quality looks. And the shooters need to go out and execute. Man, come on.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
They've got Drummond. Gallinari is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Paul in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. Now here's Leonard. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Kawhi Leonard with another great season last year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
Now here's Paul. Millsap a screen on Lillard. Paul passes to Millsap. He feeds it to Gallinari. Kicks it to Drummond. Stolen by O'Neal. Lillard against Paul. Screen by O'Neal. Lillard dishes to O'Neal. Shaq with a screen on Gallinari. Butler kicks to O'Neal. Goes up on the block. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. O'Neal's got the first points of the second half here for the Nuggets.
And, you know, for Leonard, you can add that Defensive Player of the Year award to his hardware list, and that puts him in elite company, one of only 3 players to win Defensive Player of the Year and Finals MVP. The other 2, Jordan and Olajuwon.
And stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That drops.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Some changes for Memphis. Vucevic, he's checked in for Drummond. Chris Middleton comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Conley in for Paul. And Denver also making a switch. James Harden, he's checked in for Butler. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Conley kicks to Millsap. Just 4 to shoot. 11 feet away. They get the rebound. Back to Conley. And the pass to Vucevic. Memphis moving it around. Conley against Lillard. Outside Conley. Vucevic setting the pick for Conley. Moves back up. But they recover it. And Middleton kicks to Conley. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Here's Lillard. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Dishes to Harden. Back to Lillard. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Lock at 6. Gallinari against Leonard, and that misses badly. Air ball.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Now here's Conley. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Here's Lillard, trailing by 4. O'Neal is screen on Conley. Lillard attacking, and Vucevic pulls it down.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Gallinari. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's on Kawhi Leonard. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Moncrief El-Cid with it. No good. And we've reached the end of the third. Memphis out in front, up by 6. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Now here's Paul. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Kawhi Leonard is out there with Towns. Then it's Moncrief. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Butler in at the 2 spot. Drummond sets the screen for Batum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down deep. AT that time from Leonard. Batum with the steal. Here's Paul. Drummond the screen. Pass to Gallinari. Lots of room. Denver grabs the miss.
Well, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Gallinari. Denver also making some changes. Sean Kemp, he's checked in for Towns. James. And Lillard subbed in for Moncrief. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Paul kicks to Drummond. Back to Paul. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Lillard outside. Feeds to O'Neal. Fades back. Shot is off. Good D by Drummond. Batum passes to Paul. Drummond dishes to Batum. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Drummond up top, guarded by O'Neal. 4 on the clock. Paul for 3. Again, the miss by Paul.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Chris Middleton comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Conley in for Chris Paul. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
James Harden, who's checked in for Butler. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Mike Malone as he addressed his team. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
Harden kicks to Lillard. Shaq down low. Working on Drummond. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Shaq. Memphis has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Millsap a screen. Here's Middleton. And another miss by Memphis. The Nuggets trail by 6. The feed to Harden. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Three-pointer, Lillard. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 7 points for Lillard.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Memphis. .119 left to play in the final quarter. Conley, the pass to Millsap. Down low, stolen by O'Neal. Leonard dishes to Lillard. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
They had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Memphis.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And something else they've done all through this one is knock down the mid-range jump shot whenever they've had the chance.
Drops the first one, and that brings them within 2 here.
Lillard having a good one. He's got 8 points and the 1 steal.
The free throw is good from Lillard.
In a crucial spot, he is always so solid at the line. He rarely wastes those opportunities.
Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Conley kicks to Millsap. The dish now to Reddick. Drummond with a screen on Harden. Reddick inside the line. Millsap has the open look. It's good!
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch!
Shoots. It's in! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Somebody's really lit the fuse for Damian Lillard.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
Millsap. No good. Great D that time from Kemp. What an opportunity here.
Boy, a chance to take the lead. Huge right here.
And here's Harden. That will count. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Barkley continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Paul, congratulations on this win. It seemed like this game was getting away from you at points. What does the team take away from this game in terms of experience?
You know, we got to do a better job of executing down the stretch. You know, as simple as that. Just glad we got this win. We just can't let these things happen in the future.
An escape from some mistakes, Paul. Well done, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul Millsap.
Gotta love Paul Millsap showing us all of what he's capable of. He's tough to guard. He's got a tremendous combination of an inside and an outside game. He can really do it all. He'll get you points at the rim, and he can knock down the mid-range jump shot, whatever it takes.
He got on a nice roll and deserves a lot of credit for this win, Ernie, Kenny. He might not be the #1 fan favorite, but this crowd was showing him some love tonight. Guys on his team already know what he can do, but it's great to see him have a game like this.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.